Oh, here's your scam. What? It would be a real disaster if you couldn't play more than one spell a turn. Is that explosion time already? Alright then. It's pretty decent, right? Because we still keep go for the throat for their turn. And I mean... Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today, you know what, I felt like I want to chill, play a strategy game, make some cool plays, all this stuff, but I know that my opponent will be red and furious, so you know what? We'll force them. With High Noon, Orzhov, like we have all the time in the world, and on top of this we have Aven Interrupters, probably the absolutely most infuriating combo in Standard, because you can cast only one spell a turn, but your opponent's spell won't be cast because it will be exiled and plotted, which also means he needs to cast it at sorcerer speed. So we also have Avarice, Sorin, Ashiok and Kaya, so we have plenty of value. Treasure map goes absolutely around High Noon as well as the planeswalkers, so for us High Noon is not really a problem. It's actually good to play one spell a turn, but for our opponents, oh boy, they didn't like it. And with that being said, let's go into action because you deserve some action. And you know, if you enjoy the content, if you want to support the channel, I hit just my bag of groceries. Please consider subscribing, like that helps a ton. It helps more than you think. So really appreciate everyone who subscribed, everyone who is here for months or even years. I've read your comments, I really do appreciate it. So let's have some fun. Alright, so no Avarice. Sorry, no High Noon, but other than this, we have a decent draw. I really love Celestus. You don't realize how much I love this card, man. It ramps me, it does everything. I miss cards like this, man. I'm wishing for a 1 mana, 1/1 first striker with ward. What's going on there? We can go long goodbye, which is super cool. Like, we can go around ward. That's an interaction probably both of us didn't realize when we put the card in the deck. Like, I can kill chaplains of arms. Of arms? Arms? Alright, sure. That's annoying. But let's be honest, that's what Talia does, right? So I can kill it. I mean, this will negate... Oh my god, is that the annoying pet? Alright. I mean, this could help a little bit. How much do it cost? Disturb 4. I'm a little hesitant because I'm already late. I think I need to live with this 1-drop. And just, you know, get something bigger. This is a good draw. I don't think they have protection spells, right? We shouldn't get punished for, you know, giving them the turn. But it will be hard. Because of Talia, this game just became hard. Yep, here you go. Now you need to kill Adline. This is how Talia works. By the way, they have the perfect curve so far. Talia works like this, so you play her, you get basically a time walk, which I don't know if you know, but it's a decent card. You know, just a full extra turn that they got basically, and then you follow up with something that has to be killed. Then Talia keeps taxing control deck every turn because they want to remove her, but they cannot because there's something bigger. And that's a real problem for a control deck. So I need to kill Talia and go into Emperor. I probably will take... Man, normally I would be casting Celestus into Long Goodbye, which would set up the rest of the game and we would win. Because of Talia, man, we missed like 2 extra turns basically from Talia. That's insane how much this card punishes everything that is non-creature. You know, I still prefer it over mono red because at least I'm kinda playing the game, I have decisions, I have plays. And I need to make sure that Talia... Bro, don't tell me you're playing around Emperor. Okay. How do you work? Okay, you don't do anything? Sure. I remember this card. I think it was part of some humans to control... Well, no, my friend. We won't allow this one. Now you can get it. They have a lot of creatures, man. And we don't have that big cover up, so we need to be a little bit careful. So now we would normally have 5 mana with Celestus, we would pass the turn, and it would be absolutely great. However, here we don't have this luxury, so we are playing on absolute back foot. It's incredible because this game was instantly won, and then Talia appeared, and it's kinda close now. This is very bad. This is very bad. But I think we can live with it. They should pump probably this, yep. They know about the Emperor probably. Alright. If you insist, my friend. Let's see if they sacrifice a 2-2. They can, but it still kills one of the creatures. This will be a big problem. Alright, that makes sense. But we still killed a creature, just a different one. Okay, this is decent. I really want the Celestus. Do we go Celestus into Avarice? I feel like I will die if I do it. Like, this is probably the turn for Emperor, right? We could also go for Ashiok. They don't have trample. Oh man, if we can get 2 Ashiok triggers, that would be absolutely insane. But they can play another creature and pump it, which is probably the case, right? The problem is that they don't have anything to hit. And this is the turn when that I lost to Talia. Those are 1 or 2 turns behind where I am right now. We also have less cards because Celestus couldn't cycle anything and we have less mana. So how do we go about it? Unfortunately, I think we need to keep the Emperor. It's not great. Like, we're falling more and more behind since Talia came out. Especially that their plays are really, like, numerous and pretty powerful. So this is probably what they will buff, right? Okay, this is, you know, it's a lot of creatures, but at least they aren't super, you know, crazy. Man, he doesn't linger, you know? Alright, a lot of life, here we go. And let's see. So I wonder if they attack with Halana and Alina. I don't have too much life, which is a problem. Alright, they went. This is the big card I need to counter. And I can get the first strike. So that means I can kill it for free, which is really huge. But I need to take a lot of damage for it, unfortunately, so that's the big problem. But I can start exiling. They have pure top deck right now mode. So let's start. Exiling this is pretty good. Okay, I actually need to plan the turn. So I probably want to block here. Man, I would love to exile. Well, we will exile one of the cards, right? This is bigger. I mean, yeah, this is actually better. So I think we keep this one for future. So they have. Yeah, I think we go with Ashiok. I really think we go with Ashiok. It will make things harder for him. And now he doesn't have Halana and Alina. Like, look at this. Like, if they attack with... Oh my god, I exiled the card and I knew about it beforehand. This was so planned, man. This was absolutely planned. Let's attack. Because why not? If they trade 2 for 1, I'll take it. Really? Really? Is that good trade for them? I know they don't have cards and we give them this, but it's a bad play, man. That means... Alright. That's weird. Like, they have no pressure right now and I have 2 planeswalkers. How is this good for you? Like, they could pump it at least. And maybe force something to happen. Like, I can just make more. You know? Sure. So, now I sacrificed 1 thing. We killed this guy. Right? Yep, we killed this guy. We pay the ward. That also means that they don't get the backside, which is really important. Sure. Like, he can go to 50 life gain, like, I don't care. Like, we win the long game anyway. This is a flyer, right? This is a flyer. I mean, they have nothing in the board, so I can just start drawing cards, I think. Like, this is really cool. I don't think we need a land. Alright. So this is Celestus. Into Fortress. Into map. And we can start scrying. And we still have a blocker. And we are exiling cards like crazy because we are really good at magic. No reason to attack, like, because they have so much life gain, we basically cannot rise, so we need to play the value game, which is probably something we want to do anyway. So it doesn't make a difference. Oh, 1 card. Yeah, we won. Like, oh, that's so cute. Alright. They don't, well, they might realize, but we can just race with Fortress against those. And so we go to blockers, so they probably don't have anything, they want this to be blocked, but it still slows the damage for me. So I don't care. So they will deal 2 damage on air, but like we will draw a removal, so don't you worry. And even if we don't, we can just use the anchor, sorry, the fortress. High Noon. We can activate it, but we probably... It is a removal, it's just 7 mana removal. You know what, I think we have something better in the deck. And let's do the upkeep one, because we might draw a land we don't want it. Yeah, with this we should win. But we will win with so many cards, like Kaya, all this stuff, like we have a win in our hand right now. Alright, so let's go for this one. We could get Avarice and get like Kaya, which would be pretty cool.
I take no joy. You will serve me
I think we go with this, right? Just to create more and more pressure in case they play a Halana and Alina and something else, you know. Do I need 1 card? I definitely won't lose 3 life because it's not worth it. I cannot flip day-night. So maybe we just go for a single good card. Yeah, we have enough value, we can just go for it. So what is the best card for here? I think Emperor, honestly. Or Kaya, one of the two. Alright, let's go with Kaya, because, like, come on. Who takes Emperor at 7 mana? And let's attack with this one, because why not? Why not? I don't expect trample. To be honest, I probably shouldn't attack, because, like, they will concede with probably, like, 20 life left. Animpaka. See? That was a reason to not attack. Alright, but we still get the lifelink. Like, if they attack, they actually heal us. And we have Celestus, we have another, so we'll make another token. Alright. Alright. So we go like this. And they don't really accomplish anything, and we live gain more and more. And now it's Kaya, and it's our Animpakal. Oh, I don't think they will like it, you know? I really don't think they will like it. And here's my top deck. It's not really random, but I'm taking it. And I heard it's a cool card. Man, I keep saying good and cool, and it's cool in the end. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. That was really close, only because of Talia. Alright guys, we are going first and we have High Noon. I already love it, man. Absolutely love it. And we have Interrupter on the turn 3, so we will be able to, you know, get them into playing some different stuff. Oh, here's your scam. It would be a real disaster if you couldn't play more than one spell a turn. Is that explosion time already? Or are we playing this one? So they can hit us once. Oh, that's it. Cool. They can proliferate, sacrifice it, and do absolutely nothing. Oh man, now we will start interrupting them. And with 2 of those, they need to cast 4 for every plot spell, so they won't be able to even... Oh man. This is not looking very great for them. Alright, 2 damage acquired. Don't forget, whenever they cast something, we just interrupt it. When it already feels like their deck doesn't work at all. Like, we have 1 card that actually counters the whole archetype. You know what? I think we go with 1 Interrupter just because it's so good. They might try to kill it, use the burn spell or something, but we'll take it. Alright, and it's our turn. Oh man, I really want to go for this one, but we don't need to. Like, we have everything under our control. On the next turn we can even deadly cover up. We don't need to attack. Yep, it dies at dance step. It's a weird thing that they're going with the lightning strike, honestly. That's sure. We will take it. We have more. Like, we have more. If they buff anything, we go for the throated. But see, we're trying to make a strategy game out of this. And our opponent, so his plan is to keep hitting us until, you know, we die in 7 turns. But it probably won't work very, very well. Yep, they realize it's too slow. Alright. See, they will crack up, they will start playing their spells. Also, we see what the spell is. So, I will go with this. We go like this. It's kinda important that we hit a land here. Because we need go for the throat. Alright, that was a pretty close one. Because you need a removal spell, so they cannot buff anything. They really want to buff those scamps. If you see scamp in a deck, it means that they have a lot of buffing. Because it's a bad card, unless you buff it. And then it becomes extra, like it's basically a double striker, you know? So, our opponent needs to do something. Emperor is a great addition, like that's a good draw. We don't need double deadly cover-up for sure, but you know, we'll take it. I guess we could use Mirex to sacrifice the High Noon, but you know, it's probably not what we want. Of course we wouldn't be able to make this play, but you know, just thinking ahead. Here's your Goose Horn, because our opponent is absolutely melting with his one decision a turn. Yep, this produces Orzhov mana, this is colorless. Our opponent just figuring out, you know, this stuff. Oh, okay, what really happened here? He checked his all options, and he realized it's so bad that he will risk that I don't have removal and just attack. He will probably pump a creature, we kill it, and then he's like, well, how am I supposed to win then? Yep, and that's true. How are you supposed to win? Oh, that's a nice 1 damage. That's why we're keeping the removal, and that's why we needed this life. So they can deal 1 damage to the face, they will deal 2nd damage with the scam. They have some, what was it, lightning strikes. So, you know, we need to keep that in mind. And I think we go just Celestus. We could go for the Emperor main phase, but then we cannot do anything else. I really think Celestus is great here. It also forces him to keep attacking. Right now he doesn't have even attack on the board. I think they will go for this, because this gives them a little bit of card advantage in a way. But then we probably deadly cover up it. We'll see. I guess they can do it at the instant speed, right? At any time, yeah. So, but they need to discard their whole hand, right? Oh, exactly. So this is their last spell. How cute is this? Alright, my friend. Well, I hope you are ready to concede. The game was over moment I played High Noon. Their deck absolutely doesn't work. Oh, they're killing the Interrupter. Like, you know they are salty about this card. And now we can start cycling. This is why I have Celestus in nearly every deck. Like, look at this. Suddenly, we can turn a deadly cover-up that we don't need into a Kaya. Oh, this is such a sweet 1 card a turn. And I think we won the live game as soon as possible. Man, this feels like justice. Oh my god, like it was perfect from start to finish. Oh man, it was even better than I expected. So I think if they counter Liliana, we are in some insane trouble. But we'll try. Like, we need them to not have no more lies on turn 2, which literally never happened. I think that I didn't see an Azorius player without no more lies when I need it, like ever. That's crazy, because I am playing Azorius Control and I remember not having it so many times. Alright. Or probably, so when this gets countered, we probably lose. We can go with Mirex, but it will be too slow. Like, we don't have support for Mirex, like, we need more. So I need this Sorin to go through. And it should, honestly, because even having 1 counter spell is already really good for them. Having 2 would be absolutely insane. Right, so they're going with Mirex. I always tend to not see Field of Ruins somehow. I'm just, Field of Ruins blind, you know? Alright, so we have Sorin, and that means we can be in the game, unless they remove it. So they went with Field of Ruin.
I have a wedding to stop.
Thank you, Sorin. They have Field of Ruin, and they used it instead of, like, Get Lost. So it means they don't have Get Lost. So that means we need to, well, I'll grind some cards from the top. We need to draw like at least 3-4 cards with Sorin, and we can keep going. Don't forget we have things like Kaya, Mirexes, like we have stuff. Stuff is happening here. Alright. Oh, Aven Interrupter. It's getting a little bit better. We just need to protect Sorin. Absolutely. This is a really decent draw.
You wish to know my secrets?
I wish, Sorin. I would need like 5 more secrets from you. Is that the Emperor? It is the Emperor. Alright then. It's pretty decent, right? Because we still keep go for the throat for their turn. And I mean... That plotting means this is sorcery speed, and that's the biggest blow. Not only they need to pay mana, but they need to pay it main phase. They can kill the Interrupter, but that means they cannot play anything else, so they probably won't be able to play this Emperor. It's still decent, but Sorin is just doing work. And don't forget, if we ever... Oh, they really don't like High Noon, huh? Well, I have more. I absolutely have more. That's so fun, man. They actually used it for a single card. So now they have double blue mana. I'm not sure what they can do with it. Also, if they counter High Noon, like I have more plays. If they don't, like it's not a difference. My turn. I mean, we should draw a card. A very good card and a very cheap one to draw with Sorin. What a coincidence.
A fair trade.
A fair trade. Thank you, Sorin. Let's go with High Noon, because I think that they didn't like it before. So, I mean, we don't care about the Emperor, right? Let's attack. It actually makes a difference. Especially we have go for... We absolutely overdrew go for the throat. That's why we need extra cards from Sorin, because those are full misses in this matchup. We need one. One is okay, but the rest is just absolutely non-existent. Like, you basically have 2 cards here. Alright, we have 7 loyalty on Sorin. So we can go... Are you serious? I'm pretty darn sure they drew it from the top. That was, man, if I ultimated on the next turn, in High Noon, every single High Noon kills him. So I just need Celestus and I kill him. That was really annoying, not gonna lie.
Things have not
Alright.
gone my way.
And this is their last spell, right? They keep priority because of this. Oh man, I'm a little bit sad. Like, that was such a good play. Listen, we're definitely going for this one. They might have a counter spell, which is not good, but you know, if they have such a good draw, because they didn't really have anything last turns, I think. They might still have a counter spell, but you know what? They already played one, right? They absolutely should use it if they have this. So we should go for Kaya, I believe. She is the strongest. Like, we have a lot of cards. We can go Mirex, we can go more Avarice for more value, and we can try to, you know, outvalue them in total. That's an interesting one. We can just go Kaya. Honestly, I think we just go Kaya. Like, she is the ultimate punish for... Man, I drew it. That's great. And now we go like this. I don't care if they go for a, you know, Anchorage. It's bad play for them. If this gets removed, that's... You know, okay, I don't need it. That was a great scry. I think I might not attack still. Okay, drawing Mirex is absolutely amazing. So if I attack, I encourage them to play the Emperor. Then I could play another Avarice. I think we just play like this, man. They need to play it at sorcery speed, so let's not give them the target. I'm fully tapped, so they have a good turn. Man, they absolutely hate this High Noon. I didn't realize that it will hurt a control deck so much, because I've been playing Azorius Control with High Noon, and it's actually pretty decent. Like, it works nicely, man. Here's your Mirex. And I will start attacking, because every time they remove it, instantly I know that... Oh, right, there's no High Noon. In my mind, it's always there. Alright, alright. So, we can go for Mirex plan. It's pretty slow. It is pretty slow. We can also go Avarice and steal Mirex. I kinda like this play. We lose a little bit of value. But just a little bit of value. I think we can, you know, eat it a little bit. We also have Deadly Cover-Up, so, you know, later we can, yeah? Man, we literally outvalued, outtempo, and outcrashed the control deck. That was so fun, man. They had really decent opening and it didn't matter. Shuffler, I'll take it just because I have the backstreet, so that means I'm nearly sure to draw the third land, which means that I will be able to cast Avarice, and then it means I will be able to keep playing Sorin for, you know, the rest of the game basically. So this is my, you know, rough game plan. I love you, but no. All I see is a card that isn't a land. And that's what we are talking about, right? It's a really good card that could win us the game, but we don't have the luxury to take it. Alright, so we have to go for the throat on this turn, and so if we miss a land drops on the next turn, I think we lost. This is probably the best roll for us further, so, you know, even though our opponent of course has the perfect curve, it's kinda good for us that it's not double one drop. And we got mana screwed anyway. Alright. Well, I guess drawing more Sorins than the lands is absolutely reasonable, right? I see nothing strange here. Can my opponent also whiff like I did? That would be absolutely great. Is that even a whiff? I'm not sure, honestly. And if I drew a land, this would be so perfect. On the last turn. I don't think we go for bitter. Yeah, the game is lost. Well, I hope you enjoyed this match. Right, we are going first. This will be a sketchy hand because we don't have targeted removal. We have the backstreet, so maybe we can find one. I'm really hoping that Avarice does it. Oh man, this kinda works, but if we're against aggro, Avarice will be very risky, and we probably have to play Liliana. Oh man, I might really regret it, but I'm taking this land. Alright, we are against normal deck that will allow us to both play Magic. Oh my god, I'm so happy, man. Suddenly, the world looks bright. We will play more than 3 turns with it. We care about, you know, having value, having cards, like it's all crazy. And you know what? Let's play Liliana, because they might have removal, they probably have removal, but still, they might not have removal. Liliana hurts us more than it hurts him right now, but with Avarice we can absolutely refill very easily. Alright. I will absolutely take it. So is that Mirex or Emperor or Avarice? I could go Mirex and just discard with Liliana. I wouldn't really be surprised if he has removal. He just wants me to keep discarding cards because generally it's beneficial for him right now. But I'll take it. I have Avarice and I have Mirex, so those basically generate like huge value. Alright, scrap one of them at least. Well, we could go with the Emperor and put more pressure. That's not bad. Okay, I convinced myself into this play. I really want to... Okay, so I'll tell you what happened. He actually didn't have planeswalker removal, and he realized that not only he will get ultimated by Liliana, but there will also be Wandering Emperor creating board that he cannot beat because he has no land. He will sacrifice half of it. So yeah, I'm not super surprised. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll be honest, like, the High Noon is probably one of the most unique cards in Standard right now, not only because it's efficient, obviously, for the correct deck, but the fact is that it shuts down single-handedly nearly all of the meta aggro decks. Like, if you cast it on especially on the playman, I mean, they honestly can't concede. I was playing from the aggro side against High Noon decks, and I know that when you see these cards, it's like, how am I even supposed to win? Like, the whole point is multi-spelling like 2 or 3 times every turn with all the synergies. If they can cast only once, and the most important part about this interaction, not only, they cannot cast 2 spells, but they cannot do it in any situation. Like, that when they cast their haster for the turn, you don't need to, block hoping for Monstrous Rage, no prowess triggers. Like, this is it. Like, there's nothing more during this whole turn. And that means even Aven Interrupter or, a Sorin token or an Emperor token are absolutely insane, just to block. Because the big part of the current red decks is buffing creatures with Monstrous Rage, scaling attack, and trample. This means that, whatever you block, it always survives, you cannot trade against anything, and, it makes all this hassle that we have right now. With High Noon, that this won't happen. It's just a 1-2 with flying, man. And Aven Interrupter is perfect at killing Slickshots, So that's so fun, man. Even if this trades against the Slickshot, if it has like 3 or, you know, probably 3 power, because they can only cast 1 spell, it's still worth it, because you already put them behind 1 full turn, and then you trade against one of their best cards, which means that it opens up the rest of your removal on the other stuff, and they usually don't have much card advantage. What all the red decks really fear is like High Noon and removal, and we have both on this deck. I went with the treasure map. It's probably not the most competitive choice, but to be honest, I really miss the card, and it feels that it really fits the deck, because we need some extra value. I don't want to go for Avarice on this build, because we are actually pretty short on the live game. Like, we have Celestus, Emperor, and Kaya, but you don't really count Kaya because she's so expensive. Well, I guess Sorin, right? With Sorin it's a little bit better, but I still wanted to go with the treasure map. It goes around, you know, all the high non synergies, and when you can get this ramp, it also helps with Kaya or making like some big plays. So I really enjoy it. I went with also Deadly Cover Up instead of Sunfalls, you know, partially because one of your comments, and I remember this comment and I was thinking about it. And whenever I'm in a worse matchup against Control, I tend to go Deadly Cover-Ups because they're kind of good enough, you know. I don't need this exile effect, and if this became super meta and nobody played Sunfalls, suddenly it would be a problem, right? Because the soldiers will come back, you know, all the death triggers, all this kind of stuff. But because the Sunfall is so popular for all the Azorius control decks, nobody really builds around, you know, not having Sunfall, basically. So you can get a sneaky advantage this way against all the control decks, while not really losing anything against, you know, the aggro and mid-range decks. Of course, it's not always the same, it's a little bit worse sweeper, but the advantage you are getting from extracting key card, especially against, you know, higher value decks, I think it's worth it. And with all the, you know, all the value that we have in the deck, we are playing a lot of Sorins. I was considering Aklazot in spot of Ashiok, but in the end, I think planeswalkers are way better with High Noon, just because you can get those triggers, and Ashiok is insane. Like, creating 2 blockers is one part of it, alright? Because it helps you defend. You usually very hard for your opponent to suddenly swing the board by 2 creatures. 1, sometimes he can do it with hasters, but 2, probably not. But the most important part is that if this survives with full loyalty, you can do it again with open mana, and suddenly this is where you get the game-winning advantage. So yeah, I really think it's a sweet deck. It does exactly what it needs against the current meta. You have a lot of planeswalkers and, you know, a lot of value, so you can fight control decks. We also have so many Mirexes. With Celestus and Treasure Map, you can actually dig for answers very, very well. And yeah, it just has a little bit of everything. It has a decent matchup against every deck. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, that's kind of it for today. See you guys tomorrow.
With